You know, there's a lot of crap going on around Congress and this and that with these poor little women and that went out of San Francisco talking about racism and all that. You know, back when I was young, and even younger before that, when there were great men fighting for about racism, that was Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and you know they had something to fight for because they were trying to change the world in a positive fashion, and it worked for a period. What's going on now is you got people hollering racism when they're hiding behind racism. They're just making a mockery out of it. They put out this stuff about foul stuff about the President of the United States, and as soon as something's said back to them negative about their feelings, all of a sudden they're a racist. Everybody's a racist these days if you don't fit into that category of their thoughts. Their thoughts are out there, guys. You know, I picked up a knife yesterday, and it's a beautiful knife. It's this knife right here. And I know it's kind of hard to see. But on the blade it says, "We the people," and then it has the saying about it. And that means a lot to me. I don't know about all you other people out there, but this means a lot to me. Because you got people like Nadler and Pelosi, and these guys that think they have every right to impeach the president when it's up to us, we the people. Pelosi said there for a minute, and it irritated me to no end. I about flipped out when that book came out about the president, when he was collusion with the Russians. And it found out he was totally innocent. Well, when the book came out, this interviewer asked Pelosi, "Well, don't you think that people in the United States need to have the right to read this before you guys make a determination on what you're doing?" And she said that her statement, quote unquote, "We're not intelligent enough to read that to make any decisions about anything on that. We're not smart enough to read something that was brought out from the Congress for us to look at about our President of the United States to see if he's an innocent or a guilty man, so we, the people, can make the decision for impeachment." You know, I think I don't claim myself to be intelligent as much as most people, but I'll tell you what, there's people out there, my niece, my wife, and all that, they can read that and they can make that decision. And I was more irritated the fact that you guys discriminated. You want to talk about discrimination? Congress, every step of the way, you got Pelosi, you got Nadler, you got all these people that are disgracing against the American people and making the decision to try to impeach the president, and they have no reason. They came up with something about some guy saying he heard something that the president said to the president over across the seas. And it was a bullshit deal. And Pelosi gets on there and say, "We're going to fight to get him impeached because he's guilty." And she had no reason. She had nothing to say about what the guilty party he did to start this impeachment process. You guys, you want to talk about the force of power being abused? Nadler, you are one person that are abusing your right in the seat that you sit in the Senate. Pelosi, you are one person in the San Francisco area. You guys can't even clean up your city. Have you guys been to San Francisco lately? Good God Almighty. And you want to talk about the President of the United States being guilty of something? Why don't you people look in the mirror and find out what you're guilty of before you make a determination that of an innocent man? I'm not saying Trump's the greatest man in the world, because he's not. But I know that man loves this country. That man loves his country. He sits in that seat day after day fighting for our country without a paycheck. He puts his family in harm's way because they're fighting with him. And we the people sit here and do nothing about it. I think we the people need to start standing up. I'm a 60-year-old man. I'm at the end of my life cycle, but you know what? I'll die fighting for the rights of my son and my wife and my niece and all my family and friends. I'll die fighting for their rights. You know, they're trying to take away everything. They're trying to take gun rights. You know, I'll tell you what, I don't like naming names because it gives them a little bit more of an edge of power. But that bonehead that says he's going to walk right in and take your guns from you. You know, I don't even own a gun. Ain't got no use for them. But I'll tell you what, if my neighbors or friends and they got guns, I'll stand side by side with them to make sure you Beto, you moron idiot, to make sure someone like you don't step in and abuse the rights of taking something that they have the right to have. You guys say you want to take it from the people that are totally innocent. They've never been in trouble in their life. You know, I'm going to tell you what. Why don't you guys start checking into what you're doing to these kids' minds? You got these violent games out there. You don't give them nothing as a chance to do anything about their life. All through school, you got some moron teacher telling them how bad the politics are. They're bringing all that crap in the schools, and they're not teaching them how to have some kind of conscience in their mind about their future. You know, I'm telling you what, we the people, it's time to get off our ass and start making ourselves sound. Learn how to do these videos. Let Nadler and all the rest of them morons know that we've had enough. Mr. Jordan, I thank you, sir. Ted Cruz, I thank you, sir. And I'll tell you what, I thank these other youngsters that are standing their ground. Miss Owens, I'll tell you what, you're a wonderful person, man, in my eyes. You're a black lady that's out there fighting for black people's lives matter, and they don't even realize what you're doing. You're trying to get them on the right train of thought. They want us to think that we're at war with each other. They want us to think that everybody's a racist. That's what brings power in. As long as we have that negative thought towards each other, they gain the power. It's like being in prison. I've been to prison. That's why I can't vote right now. I'm on probation. I can't vote because I made a decision to grow a little bit of marijuana and got in a little trouble for it. But I'll tell you what, man. When I can, I will vote for the proper person to be in that seat. And if I have the opportunity on 2020 to vote for our President of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, he will be my candidate in choice, not because you make me do it. The generations of mine, we need to stand up. You know, you got morons out there mocking the service, standing on street corners in their little out get up, camouflage jacket, this and that. I was a Navy SEAL, I was this, I was that. They weren't nothing. They do it to try to gain people's sympathy. If a person's standing out there with a sign that says he's a military man and he's got a camouflage jacket, guess what? He don't need to be standing on that corner because he can go to the VA and be protected from standing on that corner. He's a joke. I'm telling you what, guys, it comes to a point in our lives that we have to start standing up and get rid of that fear jacket you got on you. The reason people are not standing up because they are afraid that someone's going to come and take everything they have, man. They're afraid that if they speak how they truly feel, oh my God, I'm in danger. We're not in danger, people. As long as we stand together and unite as we the people, we can start doing something about this Congress that Trump is trying to get rid of. They sit and bluntly lie to us right in the camera. They're doing things and laughing about it. They're being illegal about everything they do and laughing about it, saying do something about it because you won't. You're cowards. The only reason Nadler's sitting where he is because we the people ain't standing up. We need to stand up and get that man out of that seat. We need to stand up and get Waters out of her seat. Come on, Waters, clean your town up. We the people need to stand up. This is an old man getting tired of it. My name is Ron. Everybody calls me Grandpa, and that's what I'm going to go by. We the people need to stand up and get that coward jacket off our jacket and stand up and fight for the rights of the Constitution of the United States of America. And Beto, come get my neighbor's gun. I'll be standing next to my neighbor, you punk ass bitch. I'm out.